All right, what is happening? Welcome to week 4 preview of the D1 podcast. As always, my name is Jordan Selfo, and joining me is Kyle. Let's see if I can get in the win column this week. Fishbeck. Kyle, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, man. I told everybody I was hanging it up after last week if I didn't hit one. I'm going to give it another crack. We're going to stick around, see if we can't get the ship righted.
You have to make stamp picks every week. I want to see if we can go 0 for the season. Like, that would be the greatest gift of all time to me. So
it might be more impressive than picking them all right.
Yeah,
if I go over.
It's a good point. So we are going to roll through our week 4 preview. Hope everyone enjoyed Tuesday's episode with Coach Goff. That was a great conversation. Let's get into it. Just a little, I guess, prelude, a note here. We're not liable for any picks moving based on the spread because we're recording on Thursday. We know the lines are going to probably change on Saturday. First game, we got Houston Christian playing at UTSA here in San Antonio. That's a 2:30 kickoff. I might actually be attending this game. Houston Christian is 35.5-point dogs. The over-under there is 55.5. Kyle, what you got on this one?
It's going to be tough sledding. No easy way to put it. Yeah, I'm hoping HCU can put some points on the board. At the end of the day, this could get ugly quick.
Yeah, UTSA, they always have that high-powered offense. They got beat up pretty good by Texas, but, that's the number 1 team in the country right now. And Arch Manning was running all over their ass. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I do have a stamp in this game, though. I am stamping, as my camera shakes, I am stamping over 55.5. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. If HCU can put up some points and make it competitive, we're looking even better.
There it is. Huskies need to put up some points. You'll be in good shape. This is not the same caliber of UTSA we've seen in years past. So there is some promise there that HCU has the opportunity to move the ball. All right, moving on to our next matchup. We got Mississippi Valley State, not even going to go into their mascot, at Nichols. That's a 3 p.m. kickoff in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Nichols is favored by 27.5. The over-under there is 48.5. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. I've lost all credibility. I'm taking Nichols minus 27.5 as my stamp.
This is the stamp to try and get you in the win column.
Yeah,
is a 27.5 point spread.
We're throwing Hail Marys now, man. Yeah. We lost all credibility. Why not? My logic here is Nichols has just gone through the ringer for the past 3 weeks. They are going to be looking to beat up on somebody, and unfortunately, it's going to be Mississippi Valley State.
I kind of agree with you. That's a lot of points.
It's a big number.
But, I like it. We'll move on to the next game. South Dakota State. This is our game of the week. South Dakota State playing at Southeastern down there in Hammond. That's a 6 p.m. kickoff in Strawberry Stadium. Spread here is Southeastern is 28.5 point dogs. Over under is 51.5. Kyle, what you thinking on this one?
I like the number, especially that hook right there. The 0.5.
That hook.
Love that hook. Is this it for you?
Let's do it. I'm going back-to-back weeks. We're stamping it back-to-back weeks, stamping Southeastern. Let's fucking go. My mic got unplugged there. Got too excited. You can hear me? We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. I am so jacked up for this game. Definitely excited about this game. South Dakota State, yes, they're the number 1 team in the country, but they got a huge travel down there to Louisiana. Let's see if these Northern boys can handle the heat, son. Yep. It's going to be about 96 degrees over there in Hammond. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Better get your Gatorade ready.
They'll be cramping like crazy. I love Southeastern to cover that number, so I'm stamping it.
I like it. Back-to-back weeks. That's a solid pick. And if you didn't take it, I was looking at that one as well. All right, moving on here. Northern Arizona Lumberjacks at UIW, 6 p.m. kickoff, Gale and Tom Benson Stadium here in San Antonio, Texas. Spread on that, UIW is favored by 7.5. Over-under is 60.5. What are we thinking here, Jordan?
Yeah, I definitely like UIW in this game. NAU, they haven't really proven anything this year yet, but that 7.5 scares me. If it was at 6.5, I'd jump all over it, but that 1 point difference kind of scares me. UIW they haven't shown enough consistency yet. And yeah, they played some decent teams. Obviously they're coming off a game with South Dakota State, but there's just not enough consistency there that have me super confident in them just rolling the table. So that's kind of my feelings there. I do think it's going to be a higher scoring game. I think UIW is going to be able to move the ball really well against that NAU defense, but I don't know. I think UIW comes away with the win. I'm pulling for the Cards. Obviously biased. Those are the notes I had on them.
I think they get the win as well. I'm certainly not taking this one. This could be a 1 point game. I think Northern Arizona is a lot better than people are giving them credit for. What's that?
I said, i.e. me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they only lost to Arizona by 12 points in week 2. It's 22-10. They can hold some offenses if they need to. That's why I'm not taking this one. I'm gonna stay
Yeah.
away, pulling for the cards like you. Yeah, this could be a one possession last drive of the game situation.
Well, we'll see what happens. But moving on to the next game, we got Texas Southern heading to Lamar. That's a 6 p.m. kickoff as well. Lamar is 7.5 point favorites with the over under there being 50.5. Cal, what we thinking?
Lamar's been looking good. Eh, You've called it. I mean, he got the big win against Weber State last week.
That was a huge upset. I mean, yeah, it was a down game, you could say. I mean, it was kind of boring most of it, and then it comes down to last seconds of in the fourth quarter. Texas Southern, yeah, they're an okay team. You know what I mean? We're not huge on them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lamar also, we need to find out who's going to be starting at QB. Their quarterback took that shot and wasn't able to play in the second half, which is also a testament to them beating Weber State with their backup, be able to
Yeah.
pull that one out. So even if he has to start this week against Texas Southern, I still think they get the win, most likely cover.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not going to stamp this one. Yeah, I do think. Well, I guess I already gave my 2 stamp picks, but I do feel like Lamar. This is another just like UIW. Lamar wins. Do they cover? That 7.5 points scares me. So
Yeah, moving on here, we got Sacramento State at Texas A&M Commerce, 6 p.m. kickoff at Memorial Stadium. Texas A&M Commerce is a 17.5 point dog. Over under is 56.5, and that's a very important number because that's going to be my second stamp of the week. Over 56.5, first one of the year.
love points.
Let's try something different. Yeah, let's run it up, boys.
Let's run it up. I actually really like the over here. If you weren't going to take that stamp, I was. Coach Dolezal's going to have that Ron Peace out there just slanging it all over the yard.
Yep.
And Sacramento State, they got a high-powered offense as well. And yeah, I think this is going to be a good game. That's 17.5 though. I mean, yeah, granted, Sacramento State's a damn good football program, but I do think A&M Commerce covers. Whether they win or not, I'm not sure, but I do like the cover on that.
Yeah,
For what
like we
it's worth.
mentioned, in the recap, it seems like this A&M Commerce team has a tendency to play up or down to their competition, and Sac State being a good team, I think you see their A&M Commerce offense and defense both rise to the occasion. So yeah,
No, I like it. Well, let's move on to the next game. We got Weber State back in the Southland Conference playing at Northwestern State over there in Natchitoches. That's going to be another 6 p.m. kickoff with Northwestern State being 24.5 point dogs with the over-under there, 54.5. What we got?
I really, really, really wanted to take Northwestern State on this. Before the lines came out, I was penciling in what I thought they might be. I had this, I believe, a 21 point spread. So I really wanted to take Northwestern State, but just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you give up 87 to South Alabama last week. It's tough.
Yeah.
Once you see that 8-7 up there on the scoreboard, you're like, God damn, I don't know if I can roll with them. But I think Northwestern State covers. You got to look at the other side. Weber State getting upset by Lamar. Are they going to, try and, hey, we need to get back on top here. Let's get our national rankings back up. So I think they're going to be having something to prove as well. Yeah, we'll see how this game goes.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see if it'll really tell us is Weber State actually a good team. Northwestern's goal this year is just positive steps forward each week. So this game will tell us a lot about both these programs. Next one up, we got Alcorn State Braves at McNeese, 7 p.m. kickoff, Cowboy Stadium, Lake Charles, Louisiana. McNeese is currently a 6.5 point favorite. Over under there is 50.5.
I'm rolling with the Cowboys, baby. I think McNeese, they get the win here. Alcorn State, they can go kick rocks. We're down here in Southland country. Let's go Southland strong. So yeah, I think McNeese is McNeese. Are we going to see a tale of 2 halves again? Are they going to be able to start early and fast, or are they going to come out slow and then have to pick it up for the second half and have to get, come back for a win? So I think that's going to be another test this week is, hey, is Coach Goff going to get these guys going?
Absolutely. Yeah. You would like to see them build off of a big conference win last week.
Right.
But oftentimes a win like that you can come out flat. I'm with you. I think they get it done. they figure out the first half issues and cover the 6.5 points at the end of the day, yeah, it could easily be a blowout, or they come out flat.
It's either going to be a blowout or
Yeah.
McNeese is going to be scrapping in the fourth quarter, and Clifton McDowell is going to be running the ball trying to get a score there. So yeah, I mean we'll see what happens. But and then moving on to our last game, we got Northern Colorado coming down to SFA. That is a 7 p.m. kickoff as well, and they are SFA is 11.5 point favorites with the over under being 55.5. Kyle, what are we thinking here? You going East Texas tough?
I like them to win. I like them to win. The 11.5 is a little too rich for my blood. I think this Northern Colorado team is better than people are giving them credit for. They're 0-3. I don't know if you saw last week, them and Abilene Christian. Abilene had to kick a 54-yard field goal as time expired to win the game. So this Northern Colorado team is hanging around with good programs. I mean,
I mean, and UIW beat them. What was that, week 1, right?
Week 1, yep.
28-7. Yeah, that 11.5 point spread, it does scare me a little bit, especially with SFA. We've seen a little bit of inconsistency there. We thought they were going to be a damn good football program, but maybe they are. Maybe they just haven't found their groove yet, but we'll see. I do think SFA comes away with the win, like you said. The 11.5, that kind of scares me, and that 55.5 over, that's a little high for me too. I think that the under is going to hit on that one. Any other notes on any other games, Kyle?
No, we got a full slate this week. Soak it all up because next week is pretty sparse.
Yeah.
A lot of bye weeks next week. So yeah,
that's it. Well, that's all we got for week 4 preview. Good luck to everyone's bets. Go fade Kyle. Please pick my picks, and we will see everybody on Tuesday for week 4 recap. So everyone have a good weekend. Peace.
Cheers.